My name is Scott, and you're watching TMA.
Happy Wednesday, Titans. Welcome back to the one and only Titan Morning Announcements. We're finally getting a break from Gryphon, so let me introduce my good friend and fellow Cereal and Coloring Club co-president, the world-renowned Lauren Fenty.
Hey Lucy, it's great to be here.
I'm glad. Why don't you give our viewers a fun fact about yourself?
Well, one fun fact about me is that I'm actually related to Rihanna.
I knew Fenty sounded familiar. Well, you're joking, right?
No, I'm being serious.
Lauren, before we get rolling, I've got a little advice. It's not wise to lie on national television.
Wow, maybe Gryphon was right. You are a gaslighting manipulator.
Let's stop before we go any further, so the downfall of the Cereal and Coloring Club won't fall on our shoulders.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, as you all know by now, I'm Lauren Fenty.
And I'm Lucy Savarie.
Today is Wednesday, May 25th, and this is TMA.
Now let's get right into these announcements. How excited are you, Lauren?
Well, I'm more excited to read these announcements than I am to have you as my co-host.
Oh, well, just for that, I'm going to do my announcement first. And I'm going to make it a video package just so you have to wait all the while longer. We have a brand new Bingo Lingo segment for you all today, produced by our very own TV3s. Let's see what today's phrase is.
Boom, 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 yeah. Boom, boom, boom. It's a big boy 3. Boom, 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 boom. Material girl. Chanel 9 boots. All these boots steady jocking because they know I'm the truth. Material girl. I get it from my baby mom.
What's up, Titans? I'm Allison Avalar here with Helen Russell and Elena Gutierrez. We're in DC. It's time to shoot some bingo lingo. Our word is material girl. The phrase originated from the song Material Girl by Madonna in 1984, but was recently made popular by another song of the same name by Saucy Santana. According to Urban Dictionary, the phrase means someone who is independent and tends to like expensive and luxurious things. For example, I'm a material girl, I like Chanel 9 boots. Let's see what the people in DC here think material girl means. What do you think the word material girl means?
Madonna.
I think of Madonna.
It's from the Madonna song, right?
Material girl, is it? Girl, TikTok, girl, TikTok. You know, I got Chanel boots, something like that. It's a big old meme.
Material girl means you're slaying the day away every day.
To be slay, to be beautiful, and you're living your best life.
Expensive.
Yeah.
It seems like DC knows their slang. Let's go see if the AC Titans know what material girl means. And now we're in AC. We're gonna go see if the Titans know what material girl means. What do you think the word material girl means?
Someone who slays.
I think it means someone who is very proactive.
I would say it's someone who is bougie.
Madonna. Always wanting things.
It looks like the AC students know their slang. This has been Bingo Lingo. See you next time.
Thank you, Allison Avalar, Elena Gutierrez, and Helen Russell for producing that package. I must compliment Elena on her vocals. It really brought it all together. Now back to Lauren, I guess.
All 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students looking to run for a student government position have until May 30th to do so. Use the link in the announcements on the student resource page and Canvas to apply.
If you're taking oceanography next year, you're in luck because you get your own little fancy schedule unlike any other at AC. You may only have to go to class once a week, so stop by room A218 during Lunch and Learn tomorrow, May 26th, to learn more about the opportunity.
You can also attend the final session of the Career Fair 2.0 tomorrow to learn about the job opportunities at Wegmans Food Market.
Obviously, the most important announcement has to come last. I'm happy to report there are only 12 days left until our last day of school. This really isn't all that of a fun fact, but 12 men have walked on the Earth's moon, meaning 0 women have done so. So you know what that means. The next Cereal and Coloring Club meeting is on the moon. Women only. Let's balance this ratio.
Speaking of space, what would you do if you were hired to sell a planet as a tourist destination? Mr. Anthony Desane's class has done just that.
Do you want to lose weight on an all-inclusive vacation? Do you want to see a new planet?
To the steamiest planet, Venus! The best all-natural hot springs and saunas.
Temperature of 900 degrees Fahrenheit, the fat will just melt away.
This is great.
Oh! Don't mind them, it's part of the relaxation process.
Just a short journey of 3.5 months, you can enjoy this phenomenal experience.
This is so roomy.
Once you reach Venus, you will be greeted with air pressure 90 times that of Earth.
From Venus, you can also enjoy more than just the saunas. You can also enjoy the sight of Uranus.
Uranus. It's Uranus. If you're still not convinced, here's an interview with one of our many visitors.
How was the trip? Thank you for that amazing interview. Now to our interviewer on Venus.
Hi, we're here to speak with some of the locals. This is the Venetian. Hi, I just want to ask you a quick question about the Venus experience. How do you feel about it? Wow, how interesting.
Your mother is interesting.
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras!
So if you want a little spice in your life, visit Earth's toxic twin for the low price of your firstborn child.
Call now 1-4200-360-6969. No refunds are available and you will not get your child back. Please do not ask. You're not liable if you go and die. Side effects may include but are not limited to heartburn, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, internal bleeding, heat strokes, and possibly and most likely death.
Child. What? Give me your child.
What?
Give me your child! No!
Thank you again to Michael Goldsberry, Caroline Anderson, Aliyah Goins, Dylan Cabwell, and Leah Anderson for producing that commercial. Maybe when I'm on the moon, I'll just take them up on their offer and go to Venus instead of returning to Earth. Now for an all-spectacular interview coming up. Rhymes, haikus, odes, and sonnets. So many different types of poetry. This year, many ACHS students participated in writing and sharing poems, some of which went on to become winners. Titan Sophia Rosenberg is with us today to talk about the upcoming Poetry Cafe. Here's Lucy Savarie with Sophia Rosenberg. Oh, I didn't even notice Lucy left.
Welcome, Sophia.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a bit about what the Poetry Cafe is?
Sure. So the most apt description I can make of it at the time is it's kind of just like a fun, safe space where you can share creative writing, your thoughts, words, feelings through like spoken word poetry, written. We'll share it like together or alone. You can just pass it out, that kind of thing.
Cool. And what prompted you all to start the cafe?
So it was a kind of a two-person kind of thing to start off with the idea. One of my friends in it, Zara, she came up with the original idea to have, poetry club would be a fun thing for this school, you know, kind of have an establishment for creative writing and that kind of thing. But then I kind of lead my way through some of the activities that we do. We have like Mad Lib days. We have days where we just do like free word, theme days, which I started off earlier into the year. But it was all basically centered around creative writing and wanting to like elicit that out of students.
Nice, okay. And what does it take to kind of put on one of the poetry cafes?
So the poetry cafes are a little bit different than the club meetings, of course. Club meetings are non-committal. You just show up if you want to, have some fun activities. We're thinking of getting snacks next year, so hopefully that'll bring more people in. But the poetry cafes are kind of centered around the flyers that you can see somewhere around the school, bright green and black and white. And there are campus announcements too. And obviously I already said what they are, but it's kind of just as easy as we can make it. We just get like PSA announcements, that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. And then why should students attend the cafe?
Well, it's kind of just, if you want to better your writing, just better yourself through words, like say what you want to think or think what you want to say, either way, vice versa. But kind of just getting words out into a way that is more beautiful is the best way I can say it.
And if students kind of aren't already interested in poetry, how can they get interested in it?
So it's not necessarily difficult, as I thought when I was first getting into creative writing when I was younger, I wasn't really into it. But when you look at things that really mean something to you or relate to you in a way, which touches like a part of you deeply, it like changes your perspective. And I think that's what poetry does for me, and it can do it for anyone, no matter what they say, if they don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like what they don't understand is what they don't feel.
Yeah.
So what they feel in writing, they'll eventually see through different forms of poetry. So
very
yeah,
cool.
let's get into it.
Thank you for joining us, Sophia.
No
the Poetry
problem.
Cafe sounds like a load of fun. Maybe I'll check it out. Now back to you, Lauren.
Thank you again to Sophia for sharing your insights on poetry. And Titans, remember, the last Poetry Cafe of the school year will be happening tomorrow, Thursday, in the library during Lunch and Learn.
All right, I'm back. That's all we have for you on this fine Wednesday, Titans. Lauren, how would you rate your experience on TMA?
Well, I clearly killed it, but I can't say the same for you because you definitely didn't shine bright like a diamond, as my closest relative, Rihanna, would say.
Yeah, whatever. But don't forget, there's a reason you only have one show. Chairs are kind of uncomfortable for like an interview. I mean, they're comfy, but they're like weird.
Yeah, we should be like kind of like NPR.
Yeah.
Like you're over there. And I'm just,
like two
I look all
cameras.
stressed out because you're gonna reveal my drug history. Do you do any sports? Anything like that?
Yeah.
I'm in student government though.
Nice. Doing the real work over here. That's what you're doing. Gotta fix the government. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic by which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, through liberty and justice for all. That was pretty good.
That can be our blooper. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Can you recite the Declaration of Independence?
No.
You're a true American citizen.
Liberty, freedom, something.
I can do part of the Gettysburg Address.